Hi friend, my name is Abhimanyu Bhattacharjee and as you all know I'm a booktuber and I'm making video on this book. The name of this book is Practice of Brahmacharya. And friends, as I always say, this book is this long and I cannot make this full book in one video. So what I'm doing is that I'm making each and every topic on each and every video so you can understand it in a better way, friends. And friends, what I'm doing is that I'm giving number to each and every video. So if you come sequence wise 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll understand it in a better way. Apart from saying 18 video, 20 video, 43 video, there is quite possibility that you get confused, friends. Okay. And friends, if you have any doubt, you can readily ask me in the comment section because I do see the comments and I give answer to each and every comments, friends. Okay. And friends, you can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Abhimanyu Bhattacharjee 1906. It's ABHIMANYU 1906. Okay. And friends, before proceeding further, I would like to tell you do subscribe my channel, like the video, press the bell icon so whenever I update a new video, you'll get the notification, friends. Okay. So friends, in our last video, I've covered the topic called passion. That was 48. Now in this video I'm going to cover the topic called conquest of passion. This is 49 number topic and the name of the topic is conquest of passion. So let us see what Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic, friends. Okay. In the broad sense, passion means any strong desire. There is passion for service of the country in patriot. There is passion in first class aspirant for God realization. In some people, there is strong passion for novel reading. There is passion for reading religious book, but generally, in common parlance, passion means lust or the strong sexual appetite. This is the physical craving for sexual or caramel gratification. When any sexual act is reported very often, the desire becomes very keen and strong. The sexual instinct or the reproductive instinct in the man involuntarily prompts him for sexual acts or for prevention of this species. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that that whenever any thing, because we can have a very strong interest. Passion means basically interest. If we have a very strong passion of reading books, then we will keep on reading books. If we have very strong passion of reading any religious book or novel, we will keep on doing it. If we have passion of sexual activity, we will keep on doing a negative sexual activity. So here Swami Sivananda ji basically want to tell, if you have passion, passion is good, but it should be for a good purpose. Your passion cannot be for a negative purpose. If your passion is for good purpose, then it is good, but if your passion is for bad purpose, then it is bad, friends. Okay. Let us see what Swami Sivananda is telling in the next paragraph. Passion is a vritti or modification that arises from the mind lake when the rajoguna predominates. It is an effect or product of avidya, ignorance. It is the negative vikara, impurity in the mind. Atman is ever pure. Atman is Vimala or Nirmala or Nivikarana, free from impurity. It is Nitya Shuddha, eternally pure. Avidya Shakti, force of ignorance, has taken the form of the passion for keeping up the Leela of the Lord Divine Sport. You will find the Chandi part or Durga Sapta Sati Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kripyana Samastita Namastasai Namo Nama. I bow to that Devi who has taken the form of passion in all these beings. So here basically Swami Swananda is telling to us that that passion is basically you can say getting involved in a particular thing apart from its normal. It's completely passion. So it can be a positive and it can be a negative vikara, and it is very important for us is to keep the passion in a positive way, because if the passion is in a negative way, it is going to harm us in a very negative manner, friends. Okay, so we should never have a passion in a negative way. Okay, so let us see what Swami Swananda is telling to us in the next chapter, next paragraph. Passion is a seed state in young boys and girls. It does not give them any trouble. Just as the tree is latent in the seed, so also passion is in seed state in the mind of children. In old men and women, passion gets suppressed. It cannot do any havoc. It is only young men and women who have reached adolescence that this passion becomes troublesome. Men and women become slave of passion. They become helpless. So Swami Sivananda is telling that passion is basically a seed, right, in the minds of young boys and girls. So in them passion cannot destroy them much, and even in adolescence, in old person also passion cannot destroy, but in young people the passion can definitely destroy much to them. So it is very important for them is to keep passion under control, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Rajasic foods such as meat, fish, eggs, Rajasic dress, and Rajasic way of living, saint, novel, reading, cinemas, talk on sensual things, bad company, liquor, intoxication of all, description, tobacco, etc. excites passion. It is very difficult to understand, even by the so called educated person, the fact that there is super sensual happiness in Atman, which is independent of sensual object. So here Swami Sivananda is telling um, uh, committing on negative vikara like eating non-veg, eating rajasic food, eating, wearing the rajasic dress, and putting scent on the body. Many a time it what it does, it motivates our passion, right? So which is not good, friends, and we should not do it, and we should always follow a simple life, and we should never entertain this kind of things in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. They experience the Atmic bliss during deep sleep. They rest in their own self daily at night. They crave for it. They cannot remain without it. They prepare nice breeding and pillow to enjoy the bliss of Atman, where the Indriyas do not play, where the mind gets rest, and the two current of attraction and repulsion do not operate. They say, every morning I had a sound sleep last night. I enjoyed it. I did not know anything. There was no disturbance. I went to bed at night and got up only at 7 in the morning. Yet they forget everything. Such is the force of Maya or Avidya. Mysterious is Maya. It hurls down a man into an abyss of darkness. Man again starts his sensual life from the morning. There is no end. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that the person who are in the holy good path, right? They always feel a blissful state whenever they go to sleep, right? So their sleep is very enjoyable for them because they are into a holy good state. So we should always practice brahmacharya and practice celibacy in our life, so it is going to make us more and more strong, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Some ignorant people say it is not right to check passion. We must not go against nature. Why does God create young, beautiful women? There must be some senses in His creation. We should enjoy them and procreate as many children as possible. We should keep up the progeny of the life. If all people become sannyasis and go to forest, what will become of this world? It will come to an end. If we check passion, we get disease. We must get plenty of children. The happiness of married life cannot be described in words. There is happiness in all houses when we have abundant children. It is the be all and end of all life. I do not like Vairagya, dispassion, Tyaga, reunification, Sannyasya, and Nivritti. This is the crude philosophy. They are direct descendants of Charvaka and Vichorana, materialistic philosopher. They are life members of the Epicurean school of thoughts, Glutosium in their goals of life. They have very large following. They are friends of Satan Evil. Admirable is their philosophy. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that many people they say the many saint people, they are telling to saint, why do saint motivate people to become sannyasi or follow the godly good path? Because they feel that what is the need to be sannyasi, right? There is no need to be sannyasi in our life, friends. We should create as many children we want, and we should live a passionful life. So if everybody become what you call if everybody become sannyasi, then how the society will run? So it is their concern, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. When they lose their property, wife, and children, when they suffer from an incurable disease, they will say, "Oh God, relieve me from the horrible disease, forgive me for my sins. I am a great sinner." So these people, whenever they are going to commit crime in their life and they are going to do negative thing in their life, and they will fall spiritually low, they will that time tell God, please help me, I want to improve, please help me. But that is too late, that won't work, friends. Okay, so this Swami Swarandaji is telling to us in this topic. Passion should be checked at all cost. Not a single disease come after checking passion. On the contrary, you will get immense power, joy and peace. There are so effective method to control passion. One should reach Atman beyond nature by going against nature. Just as a fish swims upstream in a river, so also you will have to move against the worldly current of evil forces. Then alone you can have self realization. Passion is an evil force and it should be checked if you want to enjoy undecaying Atmic bliss. So, here Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic that yes, for a particular period of time, passion is enjoyable, but after a period of time, you get disease, you fall with many disease, and you are in very big trouble, right? And which you cannot improve in your life. And it is very important for us to live a better life, that is to live passion from our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Sexual pleasure is no pleasure at all. It is attendant with danger, pain, fear, extortion, and disgust. If you know the science of Atman and Yoga, you can very easily control the dire malady, which is passion. God wants you to enjoy the bliss of Atman, which can be had by renouncing all this pleasure of the world. The opposite sex and wrath are the instrument of Maya to delude you and entrap you into the nets. If you wish to remain always as a worldly man with low thought, debasing desire, you can be all means do so. You are at perfect liberty. You can marry 365 wives and procreate as many children. Nobody can check you, but you will soon find that this world cannot give you the satisfaction you want, because all objects are conditioned in time, space, and quotients. There are death, disease, old age, care, worries, and anxieties, fear, loss, disappointment, failure, abuse, heat, cold, snake bite, scorpion sting, earth quake, accident, etc. You cannot at all find the rest of mind even for a single second. As your mind is filled with passion and impurity, your understanding is clouded and your intellect is perverted. Now you are not able to understand the illusionary nature of the universe and the everlasting bliss of Atman. So yes, Swami Swananda is basically telling that if you want, God wants us to enjoy the ultimate bliss, because sexual enjoyment is no enjoyment, friends. Okay, it's like nothing, right, in front of Atman bliss. So if we want to enjoy the Atman bliss, it is very important for us is to practice the to practice brahmacharya and to practice celibacy in our life. Then only we can enjoy the Atman and bliss in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Passion can be effectively checked. There are potent methods after checking passion. You will enjoy real bliss from within, from the Atman. All men cannot become sannyasins. They have various ties and attachment. They are passionate and therefore they can leave the world. They are pinned to their wives, children, and property. Your proposition is wholly wrong. It is asambhava, impossible. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling that though sexual energy is a potent energy, but it is very easily we can leave it and we can come towards Atman, bliss, and we can live a very holy and a spiritual life in our life, friends. And this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this topic, friends. Okay. So let us see what Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in the next topic. Have you ever heard in the annals of world history that this world had become vacant as all men were sannyasis? Then why do you bring in this absurd proposition? This is an ingenious trick of your mind to support your foolish argument and satanic philosophy, which has passion and sexual gratification as its important tenets. Do not talk like this in future. This exposes your foolishness and passionate nature. Do not bother yourself about this world. Mind your own business. God is all powerful. Even if this world is complete, if, even if the world is completely evacuated, when all people return to forest, God will immediately create crores of people by mere willing within the twinkling of an eye. This is not your lookout. Find out the method to eradicate your passion. So Swami Sivananda is telling that you don't take tension that if everybody becomes sannyasi, this world will finish. This world will not finish. Within twinkle of a time, God can create many people, as many people God can want. But it is very important for us is to give passion, right, friends? And we should not follow passion in our life, friends. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. The population of the world is increasing by leaps and bounds. People are not religious even a bit. Passion is regaining supreme in all the part of the world. The mind of people are filled with sexual thought. The world is all fashion, restaurant, hotel, dinner, dances, and cinemas. Their life ends in eating, drinking, and procreating. That is all. The food production is inadequate to meet the demands of people. There is likelihood of severe famine and pestilence. Mother of the world sweeps away the extra population when the supply of the production of food cannot meet adequate their demands. People are trying to have birth control method or check precisions, French leather, rubber, good injection and applicable of protogol jellies. These are foolish attempts. No one has succeeded till now. Even a single spermatozoa has got tremendous power of movement. Further, the seminal energy is wasted. There is conservation and transmutation of this energy into ojas by the practice of celibacy. People are wasting their money in this useless contractive. The whole world is under a tremendous sexual intoxication. The so-called educated person are no exception to this rule. All are deluded and and move in the world with the perverted intellect. Poor miserable specimen of humanity. My sympathies are with them. May God elevate them from the quagmire and open their eyes towards spiritual realms. Self-restraint and celibacy are the only effective natural method in birth control. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us the effective and the easy method of birth control, that you follow celibacy and you follow the practice of brahmacharya. There is no need to waste your money in contractive pills or condoms and in this type of things. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this topic, friends. Okay. Early marriages from a menace to society. It is indeed an evil. India is filled with young widows. Many young men in whom there is a spiritual awakening writes to me in a pitiable word, Dear Swamiji, my heart throbs for higher spiritual things. My parents forced me much against my will to marry. I had to please my old parents. They threatened me in various ways. I now weep. What should I do now? Young boys who have no idea of this world and this life are married when they are 8 or 10 years of age. We see children begetting children. There are child mothers. A boy of about 18 has 3 children. What a horrible state of affair. There is no longevity. All are short lived. Frequent childbearing destroys the health of women and bring in a host of other ailments. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that many children used to tell that they want to follow the spiritual path, but they are forced to do marriage because of their parents, and they do not want to do that, friends. Okay, and Swami Sivananda is telling that it should not happen. Early marriages should not happen because it destroys our society, friends. Okay, so it is very important that early marriages should not happen. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic, friends. Okay, let us see what he is telling in next paragraph. A clerk who gets a salary of 500 has 6 children at the age of 30. Every 2 years there is an addition. He never thinks, how shall I maintain such a big family? How shall I educate my son and daughter? How shall I arrange for the marriage of my daughter? At the heat of sexual excitement, he repeats the same ignoble act again and again. He had not a bit of self control. Lions visit their partners only once in a year. It is only man with his boosted intellect that breaks the rules of the health and has become a criminal in direction. In this direction, he will have to pay a heavy penalty in the near future for violating the laws of the nature. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this topic that today the men have become worse than the criminal. Every time a person is having a 500 rupees salary, but he is trying to procreate as many children as he wants. But even a lion also visit his partner only once in a year, but we visit every day to our partner and have this kind of relationship. So basically Swami Sivananda ji want to tell us that it is very important for us is to follow celibacy and follow the practice of brahmacharya, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda ji want to tell to us in this topic. You have adopted various habits from the West in matters relating to dress and fashion. You have become a vile imitation. They in the West do not marry unless they are able to maintain a family decently. They have got more self restraint. They first secure a decent station in life, earn money, save something, and then only think of marriage. If they have not sufficient money, they remain bachelors throughout their life. They do not want to bring forth beggars into this world just in the same manner as you do. He who has understood the magnitude of human suffering in the world will never bring forth even a single child from the womb of a woman. So here Swami Swananda is telling that even in the Western countries also people marry when they think that they can afford children and they can educate them. They do not believe in bringing beggar in this world, friends. Okay, so this Swami Swananda is telling to us in this topic. When a man with a poor salary has to maintain a big family, he is forced to take bribe. He loses his sense and power of understanding and is prepared to do any kind of mean act to collect money. The idea of God is forgotten. He is swagged by passion. He becomes a slave of his wife. He bears with a shrug of his shoulder her taunts and scolding when he is unable to supply her demands. He has no knowledge of the theory of karma, samskara, and the working of the inner mental factory. The evil habit of taking bribe, cheating others, and telling lies are embedded in subconscious mind and is transferred to every physical body in its future birth. Will a man who knows this immutable law of sanskara ever do wrong deeds? A man by his wrong action spoils his mind and becomes a thief or a cheat in the coming birth. Also, he brings in his old thought and feeling which are by nature to devilish. He should be very careful in his thoughts, feeling and actions. He should always watch his thoughts and action and entertain divine thought, sublime feeling, and do noble action actions. Action and reaction are equally opposite. One should understand and remember this law, then he will not do any wrong action. So here, friends, Swami Sivananda is telling to us that many people just they have big families. To maintain the families, they have to do wrong action and they have to do wrong karma in their life just to maintain their family, which is very wrong, friends. And they should not do that. They should always follow the goodly God path. Then they could understand that what they are doing in their life, and they could definitely maintain a perfect life. So basically, Swami Sivananda is telling to us that it is very important for us is to follow practice of brahmacharya and to follow the practice of celibacy, friends. Okay. Throughout the Gita, the one ringing note that arrests the imagination and mind of the reader is that the man who has calmed his passionate nature is the most happy man in the world. It is also very, very easy to control passion, which is your deadliest enemy. If only you take this subject very seriously and apply yourself to spiritual sadhana wholeheartedly with single minded devotion and concentration. So, Swami Sivananda is telling that in a Bhagavad Gita, there is a common thing that those who have controlled their passion, they are definitely successful in their life. And to get success in our life, it is very important is to control passion in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Nothing is impossible under the sun. Dietic dietic adjustment is of paramount importance. Take sattvic food such as milk, fruit, green dal, barley, etc. Give up pungent food such as curries, chutneys, chilies, etc. Take a simple diet. Do vichara, chant om, meditate on Atman, inquiry, who am I? Remember that there is no vasana in Atman. Passion belongs to do the japa only. Sleep separately, get up at 4 am, do the japa of the Mahamantra or Om Namah Shivaya or Om Namo Narayanaya according to your taste. Temperament and capacity. Do meditation on the divine attributes such as omnipotence, omnipresence, etc. Study one chapter of the Gita daily. Make it a point not to tell lies, even at the cost of death itself. Fast on Ekadashi days or whenever your passion troubles you. Give up novel reading and cinema going. Spend every minute profitable practice. Pranayama also. Study my book, Science of Pranayama. Do not look at women with passionate intent. Look at your toes when you walk along the street and meditate on the form of your dietary. Repeat always your Guru mantra, even while walking, eating, and working in the office. Try to see God is everything. Keep the daily diary regularly and send it to your Guru for review at the end of every month. Write down your Guru mantra daily in a clean notebook for an hour and send the notebook to your Guru. So, friends, here Swami Sivananda is telling that we should always follow the good discipline in our life, like getting up in the early in the morning at 3 to 4 a.m., eating good food, not practicing any kind of negative thing, always following celibacy in our life, practicing brahmacharya in our life. So, this all pure and positive thing we need to follow in our life, friends. Okay. So, this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic, friends. Okay. You will be able to control passion if only you strictly adhere to the above instruction, to the very letter. You can laugh at time if you do not succeed. Blessed in the man who has controlled his passion, for he will soon have God realization glory unto such souls. So here's friend Swami Sivananda is telling we need to follow the practice of brahmacharya and the practice of celibacy. By doing this easily, we will get to this answer that who am I, from where I have came and where I will go, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Practice Shirshasana, Sarvangasana, and Siddhasana stimulously with pranayama. These are all highly useful in the conquest of passion. Do not overload your stomach at night. Night meal should be very light. Half a seer of milk or some fruit will constitute a good regimen or menu. At night, have the motto plain living and high thinking. Engrave in the letter of gold in the forefront of your consistence. So friends, here Swami Swarananda is telling that it is very important for us is to follow practice of brahmacharya and is to follow the practice of celibacy for the growth and development of our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Swarananda is telling to us in this topic. Study select work of samskara such as bhaja, bhaja govindam, mani ratna or Parashotri, Parashotri, Viveka, Chundamani, etc. Read with care Vairagya, Shataka, or Brahmachari. They are all very elevating and inspiring practice. Always Atma Vichara. Have satsang. Do attain kanthas, sanskirtans, and philosophy discourse. Do not be too familiar with anybody. Familiar breeds concept. Do not multiply friends. Do not court friendship with women. Do not also be very familiar with them. Familiarity with women will eventually end in your destruction. Never forget this point. Friends are your real foes. So here Swami Shivananda is telling to us that it is very important for us to be a celibate and to follow brahmacharya and do not try to go very near to women and do not try to do much friendship with them because Swami Shivananda is telling in a way friend is our biggest foe, right? So our biggest foe is our friends. So this Swami Shivananda is telling to us in this topic, friends. Okay. Avoid looking at the opposite sex with lustful intent. Entertain Atma, Bhava, or the Bhava of mother, sister, or Devi. You may fail many times again and again. Try to realize this bhava. Whenever the mind runs towards the opposite sex with lustful thought, I have a definite and clear cut photo in the mind of the flesh, bone, urine, and facial matter of which man and woman are composed. This will introduce vairagya in the mind. You will not commit again the sins of unchaste look at anybody. It takes some time, no doubt. So yes, Swami Sivananda is telling that whenever he used to look at the, or somebody looks at the opposite sex, we should think that this body is made up of bone, blood, flesh, virya, urine, this all type of thing. It is also a normal human being, nothing apart from that, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Inflict self punishment in the mind, runs towards the opposite sex with lustful idea, give up night meals, do 20 malas or japas more, hate lust but not woman or men, always wear a kaupin langoti. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that we should hate lust, but we should not hate women, right? And we should give up all this idea of negative idea like masturbation, sexual activities, and any kind of negative idea. And we should follow the positive idea like the practice of brahmacharya, the practice of celibacy, friends. Okay, these are the very important things in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. So let us see what Swami Sivananda is telling to us in the next topic, friends. Okay. Gradually give up salt and tamarind. Salt excites passion and emotion. Salt excites and strengthens the indriyas. Reunification of salt brings in a cool condition of the mind and the nerves. It helps meditation. You will suffer a bit in the beginning. Later on, you will enjoy a satellite diet. Practice at the least of 6 months. In this way, you will be able to realize your own Swarupa very quickly. All this is wanted for you a sincere and earnest effort. May Shri Krishna give you courage and strength to tread the path of spirituality and attain the goal of life. So, friends, here Swami Sivananda is telling that it is very important for us to follow celibacy and practice of brahmacharya, and we should give salt and all this kind of things which excite our passion, friends. Okay, so friends, in our today's topic, we have covered the concept called 1 minute conquest of passion. Okay, so in our next topic, I am going to cover the topic called self control, friends. Okay, so friends, this brings to end of today's video. I'll be meeting you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and I'll meet you in the next video, friends. Till then, goodbye, take care, friends. Okay, and I'll meet you in the next video.